adventurers. I am Zed with Zedexis Gaming, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV tips, tricks, guides, how-tos, and other shenanigans. Today, we're going to take a look at Fashion Report. What is the Fashion Report? Basically, it is a weekly event at the Gold Saucer, and it is the easiest and quickest way to get the most points possible in a week. Basically, it's kind of like if you're going to do anything at the Gold Saucer to get gold saucer coins, this is what you should be doing. We're going to take a look at the quest, how to open it up. We're going to take a look at the internet information on how to do it, which is published weekly, and then we will actually do it ourselves. All right, so we are in the Gold Saucer. We are in the entry area, near where like the prize vendors are and stuff. And we're going to talk to Lewena here. And we're going to pick up the quest, Passion for Fashion. This is a level 15 quest. So if you can get here and you're level 15, you're good to go. Lewena is frustrated with a new challenge and needs to unburden herself. I dressed precisely as I was told to reveal such a dreadful score, not to mention the humiliating criticism. Wish to know what's bothering me. That is well, for I wish to unburden myself. I've been having a frustrating time with the Fashion Report, the challenge they recently introduced. Yes, I, who can play any game here blindfolded and spun around, struggle with it. To be fair myself, though, it has a subjective element. If you have a mind for fashion, perhaps you would like to try your hand at the challenge. Go to one square and seek out the masked rose, but be warned, the barbs on that man's tongue have barbs on their tongues. Alright. So we got the quest picked up. You come over here to Aetheryte, you turn right. And over here is the masked rose. So all we do is come over here, turn in the quest. Ooh, a new challenger has come to put his stylistic sensibilities to the test. Welcome to the Fashion Report, good sir. What? Is everything quite all right? So, yes, everything is rosy, redundantly so. This is a reference to the fact that he is the tailoring trainer, and he's actually in disguise. Excellent. Full glad I am to hear it. Now then, I believe this is your first time participating in the Fashion Report. Allow me to explain the concept and the rules. Fashion is a form of self-expression. What we wear without is a reflection of who we are within. Be it a conscious effort or no, this choice brings our individuality to the fore. Some folk are drawn to vibrant colors. Others may favor a loose fit for comfort. And while 'tis well and good to dress one's preference, a man cannot prefer that which he does not know. The world of fashion is vast and at times daunting, but if we have the courage to take a step into the unknown, we may discover wonderful new ways of self-expression that we have never considered. And 'tis no other reason than to encourage folk to take that first step that I have created this challenge, the Fashion Report. The rules are simple. I shall assign you a theme, based upon which you are to attire yourself to the best of your sensibilities. I shall then judge you and award you a score. Participation is free, and there is a host of fabulous prizes to be won, courtesy of Manderville and Manderville. If you wish to know the finer points of the game, my lovely assistant, Kasumai, shall attend to you. I look forward to giving you my unadulterated, brutally honest evaluation of your fashion sense. Steel yourself and let me know when you are ready to undertake the challenge. Okay, so that's the quest that opens it. And I guess my character is now going to sit here and flex. The fashion report is now available. Okay. So the fashion report resets every week. It's a weekly. Resets on Tuesdays, Tuesday morning. And from Tuesday to Friday, it just gives you the requirements. Then after that, you can actually, after Friday morning, you can actually start trying to get your score. There's basically two scores. The score is from 1 to 100. If you get 100, you get a title and gold saucer points. If you get 80, you get the gold saucer points. So basically the goal is get 80 every week, and you try to get 100 at least once to get the title. So if you talk to him, greetings, pursuer of fine fashion. Are you come to present yourself for judging? So, confirm this week's fashion challenge. This is where he gives you basically the different slots, and then he gives you hints. So he says, like, body is monster hunt, hands is sleight of hand, feet is in the fold, and left ring is jewels of yellow. So this is supposed to give you ideas to go and hunt pieces that will kind of match this. So there are basically two ways to go about it. One way is he also gives points based on the die. So you can get points if you have the right item, or you can also get points if you can have the right color die, but it might not be the right item. So the easy way to do this is not every week, but a lot of weeks, you can use generic items and just do dies to get to level 80. All right. So now let's flip over to the internet information on what you actually need to do. Okay, so how do you do the fashion report? Well, here we are on Reddit, and we have user Gotstrafe. And what they do every week is they produce a fashion report. Got several people that also help them out. And what they do is they go through the requirements, and I'll pull up, zoom this in, and they test various different combinations to find out what you should actually do. I can tell you these people are amazing, because without this, I could never figure this stuff out all myself. So like for Monster Hunt, they found, pieces that match. Sleight of hand, they found pieces that match. Now, not only do you get points if you find the matching pieces, but you also get points for using specific dies. So they then combine these two to find what is the easiest way to get to 100 points, what is the easiest way to get to 80 points. So for 100 points like this week, you can have, any weapon, but it's got to be dyed a specific color, or any headpiece, but it's got to be dyed a specific color. But like the gloves have to be the gambler's gloves. So, but you only need to do 100 points once in the life of a character to get the title. Because both this and this award the 60,000 MGP per week. So this is what you're looking to do every week, is the easy 80 points. So for this week, it's any headpiece dyed rose pink dye. And then it's the leather shoes. Now the leather shoes are cheap and buyable at, I buy them at, in Ulda from Gowalter is the guy who sells the low level stuff. So you buy the leather shoes and you dye them rose pink dye. So then And I will leave I'll leave a link underneath the video of how to get to this. All right, back to the game. Okay, now that you know the requirements, now what you want to do is you first start off, buy a base set of gear to be dyed. So I bought myself hempen bandana, hempen shepherd's tunic, short gloves, hempen chaucers, and maple patterns. The reason I bought these is really low level, really cheap, and the key is any class can wear these. This is all crafting gear. And then this is going to be the gear that you're going to, you can just, save it in one of your retainers or, in the back of your bag and pull this out every week, and then you just re-dye this stuff, whatever dye you need. You then go pick up, if there's specific pieces of gear for that week, you pick that up and then, dye that. So I've got the head dyed the rose pink, and I've got the specific leather shoes dyed rose pink. So then you just swap these out. There we go. And then you talk to him. And there's a little cutscene here, and your character will go through some posing, and it looks kind of silly, but that's kind of the point. By the way, each race has a different flex, so depending on what race you are. All right, so we got our 80. So then this maxes out your MTP for the week. Now, I only got 50,000 here because I messed this up and got 10,000 initially. So I did get my 60,000 for the week. All right. Now, once you've done that a couple times, Katsume over here is a vendor. And she sells dyes and some other stuff, and she does get more things the more that you do the fashion report, up to a point where she's got, a whole pile of stuff. She has some glamour gear, like a spring shirt and shorts and stuff like that. So, but this character obviously has not done this a lot, so he doesn't have that kind of stuff. But you can see what you can buy from her. All right, there you go. That is Fashion Report. Please do all the things for the video. Leave a like, subscribe. And if you got any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section. I will get back with them as soon as possible. And otherwise, I hope you enjoy Final Fantasy.